The Emporio Armani Connected is yet another high quality Wear OS smartwatch from Armani and Fossil. Unlike the much bigger Exchange Connected, this smartwatch might offer a little wider appeal. Let's start with the design, and like any Fossil made Wear OS watch, the Armani Connected is a beautifully put together smartwatch. The slimline casing and watch face I would say are the perfect size. One of my favourite inclusions is that of the dial controls. The buttons either side though aren't as nice as on other smartwatches. They do sit flush with the case and the clicky feedback is nice, but in my opinion it's that they don't quite match the rest of the overall package. Another area that I'm not quite a huge fan is that of the strap. The metallic links catch my wrist hair more than any other metal watch strap that I've actually tried. Luckily though, you can change that strap, unlike the Armani Exchange Connected. Despite that, I would say that the small size of the watch face helps with comfort, especially if you intend on wearing this during any workouts for instance. As for the software out of the box, you do have to update from Wear OS 1.3 to the latest version. The overall experience though is as you'd expect. The only other major inclusion that separates this experience from other Wear OS options is that inclusion of the Armani Featured Looks application. This gives you access to exclusive customizable watch faces and adds a layer of personalization that will be no doubt welcome. I have to say that the 1.9-inch AMOLED display is crisp and as vibrant as we've come to expect from any Fossil-made smartwatch. The black border separates the display from the edges of the watch casing for a floating display look that will help with phantom edge display touches too. I think it's also worth noting that the Armani Connected does not come with an inbuilt speaker, but it does include a microphone for voice control. That might be disappointing to hear, but with 4GB of onboard storage, you can download playlists and sync to a pair of Bluetooth earbuds to take your listening completely mobile. Overall performance isn't quite top tier as we've come to expect with that of the Snapdragon Wear 2100 chipset. Yes, you did hear that right, another Wear OS watch without the latest chipset. I have to say it is disappointing, but hopefully we'll see that change over the next 12 months with upcoming Wear OS releases. That said, battery life with this older chipset is pretty predictable. Don't go in expecting 2 days of extensive usage, but in my experience I tend to end the day with around about 20% left over, and that is without too much GPS usage. The watch also does include NFC connectivity, but it's not something that I utilise during my time with the watch. That said, you can use Google Pay to pay for services with your watch face. I must say that while the watch form factor is much better suited to workouts and wearing the watch for fitness tracking, I do think the strap does hold it back a little. I personally think it's great that you can remove the strap and replace it with another one, because it turns this niche high-end watch into one that can be transformed into a proper everyday wear option. My biggest gripe with this smartwatch is that when it costs around about $400, there are a few other options, like the TicWatch C2 for instance, that I feel offer a similar professional look but at half the price. Either way, we'd love to hear what you think about this slightly less cumbersome Armani smartwatch. It's also worth checking out our recent review of the Armani Exchange Connected. That is a much bigger beast of a Wear OS option. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on the vid and then subscribe before heading off. But until next time, this is Damien for 9to5 Google, and I will speak to you later.